Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Pro Crastinators podcast. I'm the best guy ever, and we're joined today by Hippo Give and Take.
Boy, howdy, bitches.
Munchie.
Some shows have theme songs, others have like cute little jingle catchphrases, and we just have Nate saying hello in the exact same tone of voice every single time. I don't know how we do it.
We have a theme song. We have an opening jingle.
Or something, right? It's not memorable at all. It doesn't even count. It's not even, who would remember that? I remember that it's like guitar strums.
Munchie, literally everyone remembers the theme song that I made like 4 years ago.
Not that one.
I mean, that's true. That's our
one.
outro now. That's our outro song.
Is that the outro? I don't even know. I don't even watch
Yeah,
the show.
we use it as the outro song. Listen to the PCP once in a while. Okay, that's Ben and also Jesse.
Yep, that's
Tom.
me.
Tom's here.
I come before all of you a changed man.
Yeah?
Oh, man. Oh boy.
Tell me.
How's that?
Tell me more.
We're going to get into it later, I guess.
Oh,
it's a story.
no,
Okay,
no,
all right.
canceled. Tom's kicked. I don't want it.
Do you have an adamantium spine now, like Bullseye?
God, I wish. God, I wish.
I was hoping for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, let me just say that first of all, last week was the pony episode, and everybody loved it, and especially loved my story about the roller coaster. So if you haven't heard that, go listen to it. I'm thinking about bringing back the highlights channel just for that
right?
story.
The Razorback.
The Diamondback. The Diamondback. Yeah. Everyone praise me. I appreciate that.
I always think about that, like we should cut out the good parts and upload them on their own.
I mean, we definitely should.
And then I think about how we
time.
have that highlights channel, but then I think about no, if I'm cutting out my good parts, I'm putting them on my channel. Fuck those guys.
I mean, that's fair.
So that's the problem.
Anything said on the podcast is the intellectual property of all of us. Communism in the PCP.
Oh my God, no!
That's not communism. That's capitalism.
That's the same line.
Wait, no. If we
immediately, we're immediately into this. Why? This didn't have to turn. Why?
If we all shut up, shut the fuck up. I'm just saying the definition. If we all mutually own the means of production, that's capitalism. I mean, communism. Fuck.
Oh, you slipped up.
That's the same line you dropped on me when you took my hilarious "I'm just being cool" joke and put it on a t-shirt and tried to reap the fucking benefits of it.
Yeah, it was on the show.
That's my intellectual property!
Well, guess what? Now we all own it, so there you go.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
don't.
That's
I'm going to sell a better version of the shirt someday.
Hey, I've got a small announcement, and that today, August 18th, the day we're recording, is my dog Sesho's second birthday. It's his birthday today.
Oh my God.
And he's 2 years old, and he's
Time to put him
I
down.
just came.
Now, how is his diet coming? Because he was just so unbelievably chunky and just
No, he's
honestly
not.
fat. Honestly,
He's
I would
not
use the
fat.
word fat. Almost obese even.
Like
obese
a sausage dog.
I don't know about
That's
obese.
fucked up
Yeah.
of you to say.
Hey,
He's not
you know what?
obese.
Huge. He was double his size. He was double his species
Munchie,
size.
we all know that BMI is a terrible indicator. You need to use more advanced metrics to determine dog obesity.
You need to use skin-fold calipers
That's right.
and measure the waist and things of that nature.
Why is it considered wrong for a dog to be fat? They don't have to do anything. They don't have a job. They can be as fucking obese as they want.
I mean, if they're
want
fat
my
enough,
dog
they'll
to be
fucking-
fat.
they'll
That means
fucking
he's
die.
well fed. It means no.
If they're yeah, you know what? I'm convinced.
Here's a progress pic. Give it a sec. It's uploading. He's
Oh my God.
Laying on his side, emotionless.
Progress might not be the word I would use in this.
Are you sure that's not a picture of a dog corpse?
Listen, I want it to be known that Nate,
Yeah.
you think of Nate in your mind, he lifts, he runs, he's a fitness sort of guy. His dog, the fattest dog on earth.
He's
force
built
feed,
like a
force
sausage. It's
feed.
not his fault.
Nate, I just have to assume that he gets kibble, just lines in every one of his pockets, and he's just, Sesho, just come over here, and then just fucking pours kibble down his throat as hard
it's
and
his
as fast as
birthday.
he can.
You're not allowed to fat shame him on his birthday. He's doing
Watch me
everything
try,
right.
Nate.
Can you
he's
even
doing
pick
great.
him up?
We were he is kind of hard to pick up.
Both
He's a
of you
weird body
together.
shape, okay? He has a
Are you saying it's a two-man job?
it's a two-man
It's a two-man job
for sure.
to lift.
You have a
we
system
just
of
came,
pulleys when you need to get him up.
We just went to PetSmart. We got him his birthday toy. We got him some birthday treats, and then we went straight to the dog park. We were there hanging out for a while. We just left. Oh, it's a beautiful place. He's sniffing. He's hanging out with the other boys. He's going around having a good time, and I'm gonna go pick up Michelle and him later after he's had his fill. He's just the best little boy. He's doing so great out there.
Pick them both up from dog and girlfriend kindergarten.
He's thriving.
He is thriving.
Dog parks
so,
are
happy
girlfriend
birthday, Sesho.
kindergarten. That's.
Can we get some
I'll stand
dog
by
emotes
that.
in the chat for Sesho's birthday, please? Thank you.
But
Thanks,
I
everyone.
just want to let you all guys all know, as I'm sure you'll remember from our famous episode on furries, there was that one fursuiter of a kangaroo that had the giant stomach. I'm gonna get like a really shitty thumbnail to show you guys, but then OblivionFall will be able to show like a real image in the show notes. But just like take a look at like this. I think this is the perfect representation of what Sesho will become if he were turned into a fursuit. I mean, this is just like.
That's
I remember
not
this,
right.
unfortunately.
That looks like an
Munchie-
ancient, like, Roman torture device. Like, you put someone in there and you boil it and you make it, and they burn.
Oh, dude!
Oh, you know
no,
what-
yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I-
So
yeah.
inside there, like, there's a human inside there, right? But the belly is some sort of like bomb. I remember,
Just like-
It's like the Iron Bull or something.
I made some sort of edit. I'm not sure if it was this one, but there are mini suits like this, as I'm sure you can imagine. It's extremely arousing to like 90% of the population. And so I made an edit of one of them where it's two Robs on either side of them from the subspace emissary, and they're pulling apart the giant subspace bomb that is his stomach. So that's what I was imagining, just a giant
disgusting.
like, bomb.
Yeah,
Would suiting in that count as vor? Like he's big and fat, and there's a person inside there. Is that? I don't know, dude.
Was it deleted? Did someone delete it? Why was it deleted? No,
I'm putting them
oh my
in
god!
the- in the gross disgusting
no one
audio
can make
links
fun of my
podcast
fucking
chat.
dog. Oh, no one can know the truth that I fucking force feeding him for. I want my dog to be able to eat me one day.
I've watched this movie many times. I just watched again the other day the movie Seven, directed by David Fincher, starring Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. Great detective, weird psycho story. And the bad guy kills people based on the 7 deadly sins because he's trying to correct society or whatever. And the
So
first
he's a
one they
fucking
find,
edgelord retard.
it's
He's like
the
12
edgiest-
years old.
It is the edgiest movie I've ever seen in my life, and I absolutely love it. I watch it all the time. It's so good. I am Jesus Christ and Satan in one body. And the first kill they find is a super fat guy who there was like a gun to his head, and he was forced to continuously eat spaghetti
And then he sewed
until
my
his stomach
asshole
exploded.
shut and just kept feeding me and feeding me and feeding me.
Pretty much. That's pretty much how it went down.
That's what you're
And,
gonna do
it
to
was
your
great.
dog on his 3rd birthday.
Well, hold on, no.
Sesho.
What's the rationale behind it? Okay, I'm gonna force this person to eat more, like obviously eating more to get him more fat.
well, I'll tell you
so
why.
you're just making the problem, really.
No. Okay, the guy was already incredibly fat. Then like this
Sure.
guy, like the bad guy was aware that there, like he thinks that gluttony's a sin. He
Did
doesn't
he-
like this big
did
fat
he
guy.
also,
so he
like,
comes to his
Aside from being fat, did he do anything else that was bad?
No. He
His crime
simply
was
a big
simply
fat
being
guy.
really fat.
Why that guy?
yeah, that's correct.
Of all,
Yeah, there's
of all.
lots of really fat people.
And this man would kill them, I assume.
It's one of those where the villain thinks he's deep and that he's
Yeah.
not just a crazy asshole idiot.
Like another thing he does is he goes to like a model's house and he cuts off her nose so she'll be horribly disfigured, but he bandages her so she won't die. And in the one hand he gives her a telephone to call for help, and in the other hand he gives her a bottle of sleeping pills so she can choose to kill herself. So that she won't have to deal with being scarred forever, or she could call the cops and live, but she'll be disfigured, and she kills herself because society's fucked up, man. It's so
Whoa,
fucked up.
dude.
It's
You
about
know,
every
so
time I
superficial.
watch that movie, I just really I hate John Doe so much. He's such a hypocrite, and I guess
think
that's
so?
the point. Yeah, because the whole movie, he's trying to be deep. Like he thinks it's your fault I'm killing you because everyone is so bad. That's why they have to. But not to spoil it, but his final victim totally did nothing wrong at all.
He is willing to kill innocents. He is, and that's not exactly.
And
cool, my dude.
he makes up some
It's not the
flimsy
coolest thing.
he makes up some flimsy justification for how it could fit his stupid guidelines and his dumb gimmick. And he's like, oh no, because you'll be so mad that I killed a totally innocent person that you'll be wrath and you'll kill me.
will be the
his
true
final
villain.
one.
And that's that makes no sense. You're just an idiot.
Let's spoil it a little. Okay, spoilers the next minute or whatever. So the point of the movie is he creates wrath out of his actions, out of one of the two police officers, which is Brad Pitt, who's investigating this guy. He turns him into wrath as his final masterpiece of the final sin, and he, John Doe, is envy, who envies the cop in his simple life, and he kills his wife and chops off her head, and has it delivered to their final showdown place,
and it's
so as to trick him into becoming a murderer, which he succeeds at. Because society, man, what?
It's kind of
what?
Is that even a society problem? I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one.
I hate how Morgan Freeman is trying to stop him from shooting John Doe, because it's oh, don't do it.
That point,
no, you'll fulfill his prophecy.
You'll play right into his hands. Who cares? He's gonna be fucking dead. It doesn't matter.
That old
his
JRPG trope
fucking
of
stupid.
It's that old JRPG trope of if you kill the bad guy, you're as
as
bad
him.
as
Automatically as bad as the bad guy.
The only thing that I wish had been different is that before Brad Pitt shot him, he leaned in close and said, "You know this is fucking stupid, right? This makes no sense and your plan is wrong," and then shot him.
I fucking love that movie. I watch it all the time.
It's just so you know, I'm gonna kill you, but I don't feel like I'm Wrath. I don't feel like you succeeded. I think you're a failure. Goodbye. Bam.
Well, that's why he should have let the
that be the
courts take
last
care of
thing
it.
he
He
knows.
should have let society deal with this guy. That's what Morgan Freeman's saying. Morgan Freeman's the stable, stoic
he doesn't
man.
deserve my taxpayer money to pay for his trial. Fuck him.
Well, that's true. I mean, he probably would have got off with an insanity plea anyway.
I don't
know.
I don't even think what would Brad Pitt have even been convicted of?
I mean, he did kill a man
probably,
who was not.
Yeah, but the
first-degree murder
circumstances, he would have got off with a slap.
Yeah.
He's a cop. Come on.
Yeah,
he did just kill his wife.
I think if your wife's severed head is in a box, I think they put you in court and they're like, okay, we can all see why you did that. Fuck
He'd have gotten
You're
6 months of
free.
community service.
You know what he'd get? You know what he'd probably fucking get? Remember in that other Samuel Jackson movie, A Time to Kill, when he kills those two guys who raped and mutilated his daughter? They just did jury nullification.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. Is that the one?
And even though he literally did it, everyone knows they did jury nullification and just said, nope, innocent, he gets to go free. You know Brad Pitt's gonna get that shit. No one's gonna convict this guy of killing a serial killer who
He's
just
gonna get
killed his wife.
some sort
a
of
month of mandatory emotional counseling or something.
When you were spawned in some sort of code in your DNA, there's some sort of constant tornado of trash and filth just all around you, constantly blowing and picks up speed. And that's weird old movies from the 2000s that you're just bringing up the PCP. It was Last Samurai, now it's Seven. It's gonna be fucking How the Grinch Stole Christmas live action starring Jim Carrey next.
I watch a lot of movies. What can I say?
You know,
I'm a big fan.
Grinch, the Jim Carrey Grinch is
It's so good.
Great film. It's
It's
so
a
good.
misunderstood masterpiece.
This
got
revisionist
some pretty
history that it
amazing
wasn't
moments.
good. I'm so sick
Was it
of
actually good?
It's
People are
actually
joking
kind.
here?
It's actually kind of good. Yeah.
It's
There-
great.
Like
Okay.
people have always pretended that it's not good, and I don't know why. It's
Me-
so much.
me and
It's
Ben
leagues better
watched
than the
it.
cartoon.
We watched it last time I was here, a couple months ago, and I expected it to be kind of boring, just another kids movie, because I remember it being really funny. And I wanted to watch it because I thought it was gonna be really funny, and it was just incredible because Jim Carrey as the Grinch is the best typecast person in the world. It is just the perfect
I feel like
combination.
after the events of The Grinch starring Jim Carrey, that interpretation of The Grinch went on a grand America trek and founded Slime City and was the original mayor and started the original saloon. He just looks like the kind of guy who would do that.
He has that look about him.
You put that Grinch suit in a business suit on top of it, and have him smoking a cigar.
He might be the founder. He might be
he's the final
N0.
boss.
He might be N1 or N0 at the head of Slime Corp for all we know.
Jim Carrey's
Who can
the
say?
Grinch.
Jim Carrey.
I like how every single
can say?
every single shot in live action Grinch is a Dutch angle. It's just constantly
Yes.
skewed.
The
They
cam-
cannot center the camera. They cannot focus
The
or
camera
bounce it
is
whatsoever.
in a centrifuge the entire
Well,
time.
maybe that's to symbolize that the whole movie is taking place inside a twisting, falling snowflake, which you see at the beginning.
Wow.
It is.
You know, it was really fucked up how the Grinch just tied up St. Lou and he just shoved her through the fucking trash compactor in the postal office. She didn't deserve that. That didn't fit into his theme of killing only the who's who deserved it, who liked Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
She didn't even like Christmas at that point in the movie. What the fuck, Grinch?
That was I would have called it a Gesamtkunstwerk if it wasn't for that one moment, but it really broke my immersion.
You know, I wish that at the end of 7, Brad Pitt's character had said, "Oh yeah, well guess what? secretly I'm you the whole time. I'm Tyler Durden. You killed your own wife. So
that would have
how
been
do you like that, bitch?
And maybe Christmas isn't so bad after all.
and then Brad Pitt carved the stuffed Who Beast.
He got the greatest gift of all that
Kevin
Christmas,
Spacey
his wife's severed head in the mail.
Kevin
You know what?
Spacey just wanted to teach him the true meaning of the holidays.
You know what is like the worst, most decadent convenience that we have?
Yeah.
By which I mean it's a good thing, but I lack the self-control to have it in my life. It's having YouTube on the PlayStation 4 on the TV. Because every night I lay down, I'm like, oh boy, I'm gonna watch a movie. What great fucking movie will I expose myself? I'm gonna expand my cultural palette by watching a great movie tonight. And instead it's like, oh no, wait, I better listen to Noah Caldwell-Gervais talk about Baldur's Gate for 3 hours.
Yeah. Hey, on that, I just
Totally
watched for the first
worthless.
time. I just watched after all
it's
the
worthless,
the
but I
Quentin,
like it.
Yeah,
after the new Quentin
it's great.
Tarantino
I love
movie.
it. I want more of it all the time.
The new Quentin Tarantino movie, Sharon Tate, what's his name? Roman Polanski. I went and I watched Rosemary's Baby with Michelle just the other day, and it was great. It was like the first like modern horror ever made or something. It was pretty fucking dope. Way into it. Highly recommend it.
God, I hate
I've
it.
always been
That's all.
like I for a while there I was just totally enraptured in the typhoon of YouTube content, and I would basically consume it to the exclusion of all other things. But I've recently like really flipped that around, and I'm almost exclusive. I do watch some YouTube series. There's a specific one that I think Hippos also watch about a guy walking across Wales in a straight line. Fantastic, like that a lot. But like I barely watch any like vlogs or anything like that now. Now it's all movies and all like real pieces of art that I actually enjoy, and it's fucking fantastic. It's so good. My Audible account has never gotten as much use as it has in like the past like 2 months, and it's fantastic.
I should get into some of those books.
On the one
tape
hand,
things.
there's like, oh, don't consume like easy to consume content because it's not as rich as the rich content that
I mean,
you
if
know
it's
you
good,
like
then
more.
it's good.
Yeah, but like, I have had this sort of like in the back of my head, in the back of my mind for like ever, that I should get around to experiencing every video game that I have, whether I got it in a sale or for free. I should experience all of them in my library. I should, watch all of these movies that I've been meaning to watch, all these TV shows. And I found that it's just stressful thinking that I have to do that.
100%.
I would much rather not give a shit and then be like, oh yeah, I'd never seen like Die Hard. I still haven't seen Die Hard. And it'll be like, oh, what the fuck? You never seen that? And I'll be like, yeah. What are you gonna do? You want to fight about it? I'll kill you.
Me?
100%, because that's another project that you'll have in your mind. You'll get more and more option overload. You'll get more and more things like, gotta do this, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do this, and it'll just clutter up your mind. You really gotta reduce as much clutter in your brain as
what I
possible.
think is the issue with that? I think we all as human beings, we perceive the world as though we're immortal. We really, from like as soon as possible, should start to rationalize like, okay, I'm gonna live for 80 years. Like Digi did in that one big vlog where he broke down like, I've got like 80 years to live. I want to consume like every anime ever made. I've got this much time. I'm going to sleep for this many hours. I've got exactly this many hours to like work and this many to enjoy media. Like, what am I going to slot into that time? Makes a lot of sense to do things that way.
Sounds
instead
like
of
the
just
worst
be like,
possible way to live.
I mean, maybe.
It seems to work for him specifically with his career
Yeah.
and the fact that he just does like watching anime a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But like for me, like
I guess when people give you money for watching anime, yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Well,
to
yeah, but like
spend 80
I could
years watching
technically,
anime.
I could technically, I mean, get paid to do like to experience media and then tell you about it. It's just that I got bored of that and I stopped. Like it's something that I'm not
I
as
think most people
into.
will eventually.
And it weighs on my mind, this idea that, I don't know, I should get around to certain things because so much of what I do consume is people telling me about video games that are good.
Let me tell you, you don't have to worry about all that, because anything you're thinking about consuming is nothing but a trick, is nothing but a lie placed before you by the capitalist hierarchy in order to siphon power away from you and towards them. Don't trust any of it.
Oh my god.
What about this copy of Das Kapital? I guess into the
Especially
trash it
Das
goes.
Kapital.
Yeah?
No.
All right.
I unironically agree. I feel constant guilt every time that I consume any piece of media because, like, I've consumed enough fucking media. I've seen everything. I've read everything. I should be, instead of continuing to watch movies and read comics and shit, should I not be, like, in Budapest right now, or, like, seeing something for myself, you know, traveling the world on camelback?
Yeah. No, I feel you.
As opposed to, like, playing the new JRPG, which I feel probably would get a lot more out of, like, I don't know, visiting Myanmar, visiting China, seeing, I don't know, India.
Yeah.
Probably, you know.
But, of course, But you can't have the freedom to do cool stuff like that because you've got loved ones who go, "Where'd you go? Why aren't you with me?" So, you know, all you can do is just waste your fucking life continuing to consume media and wishing you were other places.
I don't know.
God, I hate my loved ones.
You know, it's the ultimate trap of capitalism, having loved ones.
I agree. Tom, what were you saying?
Travel's never done anything for me.
With all these things, you got to look at your own personal sort of situation that you're in. Like for me, I think we talked about this on an old PCP a while ago, but I built a very tall empire. I didn't really branch out of the few stories and movies that I had, and I basically just watched them over and over. So I'm pretty media illiterate, and so I feel like I can't really travel any more than I already have. I've already went on this giant fucking globe-trying adventure last month for 30 days where I raced across the entire country over and over and over again. But I can't do that anymore. And I'm gonna be in college for a while. I'm just gonna buckle down with some movies because I only watch YouTube videos. That's not good. I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna get something else in my body.
There's definitely
it's a matter of what you do specifically.
There's definitely like a trap that I fall into a lot, which is like all or nothing for a thing. Like, oh man, media sucks. I should do everything other than media. Like, it has to be all good or all bad. So whatever is bad currently, the opposite is good all the time. But traveling is often really annoying. And when you get to a place, unless the view is nice, unless it's actually a nice place, it's just the same as where you were. There's a pavement, there's a car, there's a guy. Maybe he speaks in gibberish, but, it's mostly the same.
Some nonsense gobbledygook.
Because humans have, like, they've made the world the same place, basically. Yeah. It's habitable, you'll survive.
You're talking about traveling right now?
Traveling, yeah. Like the reason the video series about the guy walking in a straight line across Wales is so interesting is because he is
Wales.
like...
I thought you meant like Wales.
Yeah, it's like the same word or something.
Yeah.
It must be tough to like get the whales to like form a straight line in
Oh my god, it is. That's my favorite part.
That's literally what I thought you were talking about before, and I just didn't say anything because I thought I'd sound
That's what I thought.
I thought
too.
Like everyone knew about it, and I'd be the only one. Like, this guy doesn't know about the dude walking across Wales. What a fucking dummy!
The thing that's so great about it is because it's in a straight line. He has a little GPS thing. He has to go through people's property, and he has to sneak past farmers and their houses, and he has to like constantly be on the lookout. If there's like a cold river that's like a raging torrent, he has to cross, and it's like he has to like make a decision on whether to cross this very, very dangerous river and die, or like deviate like 20 meters from his path and go around
20 meters
and go around to a rickety bridge. And it's like it's turning it's turning the world that we live in, which is very it's all chopped up and all like managed and sorted out, and there's paths everywhere and there's road signs everywhere, and you'll never be perfectly alone ever. And he just bucks the trend by smashing through all the boundaries that we've put up for ourselves, all these fences and barbed wire. And it's like a real adventure, even though Wales is a very small country and he's going not that very far, but it just feels so epic because it's an aspect of travel that you would never bother to like go over a fence when there's like a fence gate like a couple meters down the road.
That's a genre of human madness that I can respect.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love the straight line Wales guy as much as another person. I've watched like every video like on repeat for like every night for the past like 2 weeks. That's my one YouTube video that I watch exclusively. Basically, it's great. But I will say that I completely disagree with like everything is like the same no matter where you go. I know you're saying exactly the same, but like even the pavement, even just the buildings. Yeah, they are buildings. Yeah, there's hospitals and there's schools and there's stores everywhere, but even that there's so many different unique things.
Well,
and, like,
all right,
Sure.
What I meant by that, not that everything's the same. Like you go to India and it's like, I could have done this at home. Like you obviously couldn't. There's definitely things to see in the world, but you don't like seeing things in the world doesn't take very long. And if you stay in a place for like more than 2 weeks, you're like, yeah, I get it. Like
I disagree.
The reason to stay in a place is not just to be in the place; it's to be with the people in the place. I mean, that's maybe you took that as like part of it. But a lot of the time travel doesn't include that because I don't know people in the world and I'm like, I can't talk to strangers. But like, if an opportunity arises where I could go meet somebody in a different country, that would be way cooler.
A lot of the reason I like going to places is because I like to explore the place. I mean, it's all about the place for me, really. I mean, I just
well, surely the culture of the people. Like I'd like to see like the pagodas built by
for me. I mean, that's
Japs and. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's all tied together. It's all tied together.
We all have different acclimation times. You know, like some people like be in a space for like an hour. They're like, I get it, whatever, I'm used to it. Other people can take like weeks to really get engrossed in like the subtle differences. It really depends on the person.
What I love going to a new city for is I love getting all in the nooks and crannies and all the dense parts of it and all the local places and going to all the historical places and being like, this happened here, but that ties into this other place and this other place that I've been and this other event that I know, and we're all in a big unbroken series of dominoes falling. Oh my god, I'm a citizen of the world, I exclaim like every 3 seconds living in Boston.
I'm with you.
And it's great.
I mean, definitely.
It's like I get that. I've just never found that like it's compelling.
It's not that like, I don't.
It's a kind of interesting, like, oh yeah, and then I just don't give a shit and I go back
like,
to watching.
I definitely feel that sometimes, but like, I don't know. I've been to quite a few countries and it's nice, but like, I guess I just never feel comfortable enough. Like I always feel like home base is like home, and I can't really like relax and. Like, I like exploring, but only for, like, a day or two. And then I'm like, It becomes a chore. It becomes, like, there's so many places to see that seeing all of them is impossible. And so I have to, like, map out, like, the perfect places or maybe hire a tour guide. And I'm like, I don't care about fucking tours. Even though they're probably great, I just hate the idea of paying someone to just walk me around when I could do that myself.
Like when I was in Japan, basically the most interesting places I went, like I walked around the city plenty, and since I like wasn't with people I knew, I didn't really know the sites to go to. It's like you're just walking by like a bunch of closed doors, and you're like not talking to anyone, you're not engaging. But when I had guides, like for example, one person I met was like a native, a Japanese dude. It was like in my little friend group while I was there, and he like knew Comiket, and he took, which I mean I don't know if you guys know, like Digiwood, it's like the biggest, it's the biggest doujin thing in the world. In this big famous place in Tokyo. Like he was our guide and he's like, oh, you guys want to go? I will be your guide. And he helped us get to Comiket. I went there, had a great time. And like, I wouldn't have known how or like why to do that if I didn't have a guy. Or like when I went to Mount, I forget the name of the mountain, but like the place with the Kuro Tamago, the black eggs on these hot springs on a mountainside, which was like the highlight. It was like the naturalistic highlight of going to the place, which is just this amazing hot spring covered mountain, obviously because there's volcanic activity underneath it, where they just hard boil eggs and they turn black from the sulfur. And it was like That's magic amazing. Religious experience. It was so fucking cool. But it's only because I had a guide who like knew the area, I was able to like even know this place existed, let alone get there.
But that's amazing. That's the sort of stuff I live for, is just being able to get on something local and just really experience what kind of people do in other places. And this isn't just like for abroad things. I feel this in America too. I mean, I was just going up and down California, and even though America's very homogenous in a lot of ways, just going to different towns, like for instance, San Francisco. One big thing about there, super vertical. Sonic Adventure 2, it's real life, and it was just like, man, it's so different here. And over there, here's a really historic pier. Oh my god, it's existed for 1 billion years. Look at those seals over there. I'm enraptured in euphoria right now. Like it's like I have no like reservations about feeling not at home. I like just like immediately wherever I am, I sink into just a sense of I want to know everything. Like, what's the temperature like here? Is it a little bit different? It's a little bit of humidity here. Look at these buildings; they're like a different architectural style than I've seen before. And it's just a constant stream of just joy whenever I travel anywhere. Just constant.
I know what you mean.
I'm like,
you're saying all the right things, buddy.
I remember when I was in Rome, I was with my family, and I loved them dearly, and we did all the Colosseum, all those sort of tour stuff. But my favorite parts were just walking around the city because there were just a bunch of beautiful bridges we could go over, or well, really just I did because I was walking alone, and I would sketch things in my sketchbook, and I would talk to some people. I must have this on the PCP before, but somewhere. But on the last day, we had missed our flight, and we had an extra day in Rome that I could spend in, and I was sketching the Altar of Patriotism, which I've talked about many times before because it's got a kick-ass funny name. And there was this like Muslim girl next to me who was in a hijab, and she was like, "Oh, you draw an anime?" I was like, yeah. And then we talked about anime for a little bit, how she's gonna become a manga artist.
Oh, wait, where was this?
This was in Rome. This was in Italy. I was sketching like a big monument, and then we had a nice little conversation. And then she had to go with her dad, and I said goodbye, and it was great. It's just great talking to people, just strangers.
Man. That's awesome.
I have a story. When I was teaching physics in Poland, all my students were they were all from Saudi Arabia, and one day I come into the classroom late, as I often did, Lamau, and they're doodling on the whiteboard, and one of like the most talkative ones, who I talk to the most, he's like doodling on the white, and he's drawing like an anime girl. He's drawing like an anime, and I'm like, nice. Hey, I think like after class, I like talked to him about anime or something a little bit. Like I asked him like, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but it came up, and he was like, yeah, I love anime, but we're not technically allowed to watch it because the king fucking banned it or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me?
It is subversive. It should be banned.
Yeah, our literal king. We from a country who has a king just decreed that like, no anime. It's not
Gibbs
allowed.
got one of those almost.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same thing.
It's different though. Yeah.
I forget if it was Iraq or Iran, but in one of those countries, music was banned for a little while. Like just music.
Oh my god, that can't be true.
Yeah.
That can't be
Google
right.
search.
I've seen Footloose. Actually, I haven't.
The true story of, I don't know, the Arab Emirates or whatever.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
I think
so
so.
fucked.
Well,
they got jetpacks over there, though. That's pretty sick.
What have we learned? Anime is universal and brings people together across cultures.
It literally
Agreed.
does. It literally does.
Well,
and
like
it's media, so we must destroy it.
Like media with universal
right.
human values brings human beings together. What a shock. Imagine that. Just like my favorite movie, Seven, by David Fincher. Brad Pitt fucking kills the shit out of that guy.
Topic. This whole thing, it's all just been secretly the movie topic.
Oh, hey, I've got a left turn of a little bit of a story from yesterday. It's not a long one. It's very short, but it's just, I was going to pick up Michelle from work, and I'm going doop-de-doop-de-doo, walking out the store, lock the door behind me, frumpty-dumpty-dump. I realize, oh no, I've locked the door, and I don't have a key. I turn around, and I go back to open the door. It's locked. I think to myself, no big deal. Perhaps Michelle is a key. Call her real quick. Nope, she left her key at home that day. Okie dokie. I go doop-de-doop-de-doop over to my landlord's house. Knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. No answer. Okay, give him a little ring-a-ding-ding on the telephone phone. Sorry, I'm in Michigan right now. I say, whoop-de-doop-de-doop. I've made a mistake today. What do I do now? So I call a locksmith. I Google locksmith in Cincinnati. And luckily, I don't know if you guys are aware, there is a thriving, extremely competitive industry of locksmiths for exactly people in this situation. And
There's a lot of dumb people in America.
A lot of dumb asshole retards such as myself who lock themselves out of their house, and every possible check and balance gets fucked up. So I just called the very first one. I'm like, hey, can you come like pick my lock and let me into my house? And they're like, yeah, we'll be there in like an hour or two. Got another appointment. So here I am, dumpty-dumpty-dump, waiting for this guy to show up. And by the way, this doop-de-doop, there's no payoff to this bit I'm doing. That's just happening. So whatever. Like Michelle comes home. We're just waiting for the guy to show up. So whatever, he just picks the lock, he gets in, it's effortless. This man is definitely a criminal. These people have way too much power. And, I wasn't thinking about this at the time, but when like the locksmith shows up, Michelle's just kind of sitting in the entranceway inside. And the guy goes in and like he picks it, he goes inside. Michelle had like gone into the bedroom, which I thought was a little bit rude. I was like, don't you want to like thank the guy? And then afterward, I'm like, hey, that guy was here. She's like, yeah, I didn't want him to see me because I don't trust locksmiths. They have too much power. He could do anything. He could do anything to this place. He could know where I live. And that's totally fair. That's totally fair. He was a good guy, but I don't trust anyone in the world.
That reminds me of Who are you and how'd you get in here? I'm a locksmith, and I'm a locksmith.
Is that Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I had when I rented a car to move my stuff from Georgia to Boston. I called I locked myself out of the rental car and I called a guy, and the guy just had he had a thing that he just inserted into like the side, like the gap between the doors, and he just inflated it. And, like, the balloon pressure just, like, squeezed the door open, like, bent the door enough that he could slide, like, what do you call it? Like, a fucking, like, wire thing and, like, pull the lock up. Like, this guy can just get into literally any car.
You know, if I had a tool, I could have easily gotten into this. But by the way, like, while we were talking, just one of the things he asked me was like, hey, so are you a student? I guess I look youthful. Oh, thanks for saying so. I'm like, no, I actually, I came out here working with there was like a program.
He asked you because you looked dumb and he thought you needed to learn a thing or two.
Yeah, that's probably it.
He's looking for an apprentice.
I just said no. I mean, I was a computer programmer, but I actually just quit the other day, and now I'm a YouTuber.
Okay.
And
what did he say to this?
I answered his question.
You didn't know before that point that a stranger could be disappointed in.
Well, he just like as he was leaving, he was like, "Oh yeah, that's interesting." And then as he was leaving, he's like, "Hey man, like where do I look you up?" And I was like, "Oh well, I'm best guy ever on YouTube. You can." But then I realized, what am I doing right now? I'm like giving this guy. Like, if this man wanted to, he knows where I live, and he knows what I do.
You just doxed yourself.
I guess I doxed myself to this one man. I probably just shouldn't have. To anyone else, it would have been fine. But to a locksmith specifically, like, what if this guy is a crazy, obsessed fanboy? Or just, like, maybe he hates me.
Maybe
Stop it right now. You think your locksmith is going to go to your channel like, oh, best guy ever, that guy from earlier. Let me look him up right here. Oh my god, he loves all these my favorite shows,
Have you seen... Oh my god, don't act like I'm getting a big fucking head or something.
No, we gotta fast forward. Fast forward 3 weeks in Nate's life. He's just sleeping soundly and hears a rattle at the door. And all of a sudden he like turns over, goes back to bed. That couldn't be anything. And all of a sudden there's his eyes staring at him. He's just like,
you fucking
where
assholes.
The fuck is best anime ever Ghost in the Shell, Nate?
You fucking assholes are acting like this is such a crazy thing to be concerned about, literally having like a public platform and, you know, telling people about it and like telling them how to break into your fucking house.
One person in the world knows
so
where you live and that you have a YouTube channel.
It's funny that the person who's the most worried about it is the one who doxed himself, and we're all just like, yeah, whatever. We never make a mistake.
Now I know. Now I fucking know. It probably... God damn it, you people are assholes.
Shout out to the locksmith watching this episode right now. Thanks for the story.
No, I'm with you. I understand.
Okay, thank you. Someone gets it.
Because, like, absolutely nobody in the real world knows anything about what I do, and that's the way it's going to stay forever.
That's smart.
Nobody in my family, they all think that, like, I don't know, what do you do online? Like, no one... I don't associate with people who understand what YouTube is. That's the way that I keep my life safe.
I do not associate with YouTubers. Yeah, I'm with you.
Everyone in real life thinks I'm a failure, and they're not far off.
Are you not aware of that? I think it was originally a Vine that was an Indian boy using an impolite word for the African American community, saying, I do not associate with, you know, and then he said a bad word. But it was really funny.
Both of you guys, Nate and Ben,
yeah.
Maybe this is like a cultural thing or a class thing, but that's the first time I've ever heard a locked myself out of my something story that ended with I called a locksmith and not I smashed my own fucking window and broke my own fucking door down and threw a fit. Because that's how we handle those situations in my world.
It crossed my mind. But, like, my apartment's weird. It's on, like, a second floor.
I did not know that locksmiths were a people that you could call in such a situation.
Well, okay, maybe I should have, because this fucking fee, this is $150 for this man's skill.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I was all along.
I didn't call a locksmith. I called AAA.
Okay, AAA would have, if it was my car.
Nate, what you should have done, you should have just gone to Udemy.com, spent $15, taught yourself how to pick locks, and then be good to go.
Let's not act like I didn't spend 20 minutes on YouTube trying to find techniques to pick my own lock, because I did. They just didn't work, or I didn't have skills.
Could you
my dog was inside, and it was getting close to midnight, and it was his birthday.
My dog, he hasn't had his fifth meal yet today.
It was his birthday! birthday in like 1 hour. I had to say happy birthday. I
Mr.
couldn't
Locksmith,
wait.
please, it's my dog's birthday. He's
Let me
very
talk about my house. Okay, the house that I live in right now. When I moved in, my friend John, he gave me a key, but I lost it somewhere. And I was like, well, shit, I don't have a key. But I realized that like our door sucks, and I can literally just like jimmy the outdoor lock with a credit card. And so for like months and months, my key to my house was just a credit card that I would jam into the doorway and open the lock up. Worked easy every time.
Nate calls a locksmith. He's like, I gotta get him. It's my dog's birthday. And he's like, oh, Lord Shoshomaru. Best guy ever. Is that you? I've been following you for years. I'll come right over.
No, that's just, he just casually says Sesho. He's like, I didn't tell you my dog's name is Sesho. Oh shit!
I remember.
The room I'm in. Up like how expensive it would have been to replace the window rather than to hire a locksmith.
You call the locksmith. You tell him what's up. You say all that happens. He says, "Oh, Lord Sesho." You say, "I didn't tell you my dog's name." He says, "Oh, I know. I already let myself in." And he slowly opens the door and you look inside and the locksmith is in there. Him and Sesho both wearing
He's wearing your
hats.
clothes. He's with Michelle. He's
you know what? He's better than me. He knows how to pick locks and I don't. So that's only fair.
The room I'm in
wins.
right now, I was locked out of mere months ago. I'm in Kazi's dad's bedroom right now. And so we got locked out, me and Kazi. And a really peculiar thing about this is that there's a balcony. There's a balcony, and we're on the top floor. So we got locked out. Our phones are in there. We can't call for anyone. Her dad's out. I can't get to my computer or my phone or anything. So we're just I'm faced with the prospect of watching TV all day, which sounds like literally worse than dying. So I think, okay, what am I willing to do right now? Watch cable or risk suicide? I think I'm going to go with the suicide option. So I go to the top floor, and I'm getting ready to throw myself off the roof and onto the balcony, trying to angle myself so I can get in a side door, like a patio door, into my bedroom. And I'm heave-hoing. I'm getting ready to do that. You know in Kirby 64, after you beat a level, and Kirby like heave-hoes, getting ready to throw himself at whatever food if you angled in 64 correctly. I'm getting ready to do that, but eventually I just look up like a long enough YouTube tutorial where I like fully dismantled the doorknob and it just is outside from the socket and there just is nothing there. It just is a plank of wood that is the door, and I just like break it open, and then I'm back inside of my glorious phone, and then I break the cable box just for good measure.
Way to go.
Yeah. Cool. So all I'm saying is I didn't have to have a locksmith worry about learning about Parkour Dude 91 or Spirit Science and taking my identity.
Smart move.
Yeah. So speaking about media, right? Is it like watching media is like, who cares? You've seen enough, or like, we could cut down on the amount of media, but like, is that then immoral to be a person who aspires to create more?
Yes,
definitely.
To add to the pile.
100%.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess it
is.
No,
that
I'm going to go hard no.
Why so, Nate? Why do you think?
That was a joke. I didn't hear the question.
What?
that was the most in tune Ben and I have ever been about anything.
You said, is it moral to create more media with more...
Yeah. In a world where there's too much distraction, is it immoral to make...
That's complete false equivalent. I don't even understand the
I'm
question.
I mean, it's a fine question.
I'm just throwing that sort of like thought into
I'm just throwing
the ether.
Sand available at keystring.com/quickdraw.
Well, I actually like the shirt that has the character bio of the guy who likes Greg Poupon and is retarded. I like that guy the most, actually. But okay, like in a world where like you are distracted by too much from media, is it like a different question than like, is the amount of media bad? Which I don't.
Yeah,
think
I mean,
it is.
my thought process would go to, I get the other side, but my thought process would be like, this is something that as the world, like we can't unless we're willing to like suppress the world. Practically speaking, this has to be something that individuals like control in their own lives. I mean, maybe there's a way we could like limit how much media people are able to consume, and then we just give them like the best and most useful stuff. But it's got to be the individual.
Hold
right?
on. Okay. What you mean by like what do you mean by this, Hippo? Is that like people watch too much YouTube, right? Is that
honestly,
the basis
I don't
of this?
like. This was totally like a devil's advocate sort of like thing. I don't actually like, even if it is immoral, I would still do it myself. I'm not like worrying about that. So I haven't thought about it to such a degree.
I'm just trying to think, like...
I do it in the first place because it's immoral.
Well, it's just,
that's what I like about it.
There's no contradiction of, like, you being an artist and you not consuming art with, like, every single moment of your life. Like, it's not a matter, like, if you think to yourself, like, okay, listen, I really like media, but, you know, I gotta do other things in my life. I gotta create myself, or I gotta go to work, and I gotta do this, and this. Like, I can't, like, I get distracted too easily by media. That's not you saying, like, media is bad, and other people shouldn't, like,
well, that was what I was
implying. Okay.
That was what is like a potential, like, is like media on the whole bad for humanity?
No,
this is sort of
that's a different question.
It peers into the human
condition.
Moral. I mean, that's no.
I mean, I totally agree that too much media consumption can absolutely be bad for humans.
Well, sure, but that doesn't mean that media is bad.
Here's the thing, though. We have to understand that the problem isn't even the abundance of media. It's the fact that the vessels we have to deliver us these media are being designed, like, with teams of psychologists to get us addicted.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah. Okay. Like, there's no... Okay, people are gonna make stuff. People are gonna make stuff and show it to each other, right? No matter what. There's basically no point asking, is it good or bad to do so? But, yeah, I agree with Tom that, like, you know... I mean, art is fine. It's capitalism that's bad.
Well, just to think of how much better YouTube was before it started shoving recommendations in your face constantly. It was just your subscriptions. It was never taking over your life.
It's not art that's the problem. It's this sort of fake art, or fart for short, which is, you know, created by teams and corporations and stuff to turn you into a drone.
Think about it. If there were no profit motive, would anyone make a, like, fucking, I don't know, top 10 would people make top 10 lists, or would people make whatever?
Would be a small subsection.
Yes,
I mean,
there would.
Digi would.
But yeah,
The reason they make money is because people like them.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
that's true.
Yeah, but would there be nearly as... There would be, like,
there would not be nearly as many.
1,000th of as many.
Watch Mojo would not
I mean, is
exist in
popularity still a thing? Because people really like them. A lot of people really, really like top 10 videos.
Yeah, but nobody... But, like, people don't make them because... Okay, maybe Digi makes them because he wants to make them. But, like, most people don't make them because they want to make them.
I mean...
in this scenario, will people still want to be popular?
Like,
will people still want to be liked and have their video
right,
received?
like, that's... Like, we're saying, like... There's no money, there's no incentive. But I think, like, for
just
so
as
many
one example,
people, popularity is the incentive over money. So if it'll get
just
you
take
attention,
one real life example, even now.
still
I mean,
happen.
not to shit on the guy, but Psy never got a lot of, like, Patreon support or anything, but he was pretty popular and had popular top 10 lists. So I assume the goal was to eventually make more money off of it.
Nobody's, like, talking about Psy and how cool he is, or
but they did watch his videos. You know, they were popular.
I mean, people clicked on
his
them.
his videos were widely seen.
It remains to be proven whether anyone actually watched them.
Well,
Okay.
Maybe just view botted and sub botted. Unlikely, but I mean,
people definitely
we never know.
saw them. But
yeah,
whatever.
I agree.
Well, why are we talking about Psy?
I mean, I feel like more and more, like, I remember, like, you know, for a while, Hippo, you were off YouTube and off Twitter, and then I'm off Twitter. I'm slowly getting back into it, and I wasn't really off YouTube, but I'm curbing it still. I feel like I've retained the same sort of thing, and you probably would agree that it's not like any of those things are inherently bad, like, or that any one of those things is just like I'm being forced to do this, not by, like, an outside force, like with a gun to my head, but just like my brain really wants me to do this. Oh God, well, I have to take this off because it's just so bad for me. It's like a tool, you know. It brings me joy, which is why I want to do it. It's just, you know, too much joy and too little time means that you're not going to have time to do things that actually matter. It's just a matter of, like, you know, focusing your time. It's not a matter of, like, any of those things being bad, or, you know, it's just a matter of allocating.
Speaking of Twitter and profit motive, can we talk about my booming new business?
Yeah.
We talk about my booming new Twitter business of selling Yang 2020 shirts on Twitter.
Yeah.
They are everywhere. They're a sweep in the nation. I've got celebrity endorsements. Everyone is getting in. Everyone is getting on this train. I got Boogie 29888. I got Mumkey Jones. I got Christine Weston Chandler. I got, best of all, Lightning Bliss. They're all Yang Gang. They all say in unison, in one voice, creepily, buy Ben shirts on Twitter.com.
What a development.
I think like 3 out of 4 of those people are like in the midst of PR disasters.
They all, and it was so important to them. It was so important to them that they get this message out because UBI is the future. Automation poses a threat to the modern worker. It's the war on normal people, and the opposite of Donald Trump is an Asian guy who likes math. You can take that one to the bank, my friends.
Sure.
Ben, did you Photoshop those images?
What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here! Who the fuck are you? How fucking dare you? That's libel. Libel!
Oh,
I think
no.
Didn't Magi-chan have something to say about this? I don't know. Magi-chan's a pretty reliable source.
Okay. No, I want more answers from Magi-chan, right? Because I tweet out Christine's heartfelt endorsement. CWC endorses Yang for 2020 because she needs the UBI as much as anyone. So I tweet out the endorsement, and Magi-chan, he must be a boomer or something because he doesn't like. He tries to come in and libel me, slander me, saying that the image is photoshopped. Right? He's in the pocket of mainstream media. He wants to bury Yang just like they did at the first debates by turning off his microphone. So I ask him, like, why don't you support Yang? Like, what's the deal? What's up with that? And he tells me, right? He tells me that Lisa Simpson is going to be president in 2020. Right. And and I am intrigued by this, and I want to know. I want to know what's Lisa's platform. What's her stance on UBI? Was she going to eliminate college debt? Is she going to build the wall? And I'm trying to get answers because, like, I'll switch, right? If I find a better candidate, I will switch to supporting Lisa. Just like I need answers. And I feel like Magi-chan is the only one who can provide them.
Well, Ben, your shirt sales have not just impacted the lives of you and your many loyal customers who have bought them. It's also impacted the man that you represent, Andrew Yang. I don't know if you know this, Ben, but minutes after receiving the call that your shirt sales have broken 23,000 in the first 2 hours, Andrew Yang was found celebrating in Charlottesville. He was found dancing. He was found dancing and jazzercising. He was so overcome with joy.
Was that in Charlottesville?
I think so. I don't know.
Was that a meeting? Was that a meeting with Christine herself?
Maybe. So.
One can only wonder.
He was walking down the streets, and then Chris Chan came over and said, "Hey, listen, you know about this guy Ben Saint?" And he was like, I watch the PCP all the time." And then he broke out into dance. He started doing Orange Justice. He did the floss, man, all because of you.
When are we having Yang on an episode? It's about time, right? We've got to call him that favor eventually.
Yeah.
Well, no.
He went on H3. He went on Rogan. Why not us?
No. Listen. It's a domino effect. Okay, Bernie was on Joe Rogan. What's his fucking name? Elon Musk too, aka Andrew Yang, was on H3 podcast and on Joe Rogan. Right. We gotta get Elizabeth Warren on the PCP. Come on.
Right.
It's the next logical
that makes
step.
sense. I don't think Ben would be able to restrain himself from murdering her on sight, though. Her boomerness is through the fucking roof.
No, Warren's not that bad. Warren's basically Diet Bernie, which is okay. It's fine.
All right.
Anyway, buy my shirts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
teespring.com/yang-2020-baby. link in the description. Don't you want to be like Boogie? Everybody wants to be like Boogie.
Ben, the amount of mental pirouettes and physical pirouettes you must have done in order to make the eternal fence sitter take a hard stance, take a side. How did you do it?
You just can't argue with math, okay? Andrew Yang likes math. The numbers don't lie. UBI
the numbers
is the
don't
future.
lie. 1,000 is more than 0. Okay, they might be now. It's not that hard of a decision. What's the debate? I literally don't.
It's hard to argue. It's hard to argue.
So, that's what I've been doing this week.
Will you finally stop all the other bullshit you're doing, like comics and streaming, and finally just dedicate yourself to Andrew Yang, like calling in for him and just repping?
Absolutely. Finally, I'm accomplishing something with my miserable life.
You know, I've got just
we
on,
could probably
on this
get
general
Tulsi Gabbard
I've discovered something while we were talking. Somebody turned me on to this the other day. I haven't watched these yet. I haven't looked into them, but I'm afraid, guys, my time was up. The people thought I was the Gurren Lagann guy for quite a while, but I'm afraid that that a proud YouTube junior, a guy up and coming to destroy me and make me look like a fool and an old boomer, has come on the scene to reveal that I've been wrong about everything all along with this video. First of all, why you should be a leftist about Gurren Lagann. And I mean,
I wanted to watch that.
What the
I haven't
fuck?
watched it yet. I'm interested to, but
Shit, I saw that and I thought I gotta see this, and then I forgot about it.
I need to watch it too. I'm not even shitting on it. I have not watched it. I'm interested to see because I know this exists in response to my videos, and I think Digi's as well. But it's followed up by another one that is "Don't Surrender Gurren Lagann to AnCaps." And I think this one is even more so directed at me.
Are these by the same guy?
They are, Shonen Ronin. I don't know this guy. He seems fine. Obviously a leftist. That's cool.
Whoa.
But I just like to go on the record. I joke about being an anarcho-capitalist. It's really funny. I'm not actually an anarcho-capitalist. Just to be clear on that. But that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject.
What could be more
watch
heinous
these.
than being both a politics person and an anime person?
Not to shit on anybody, but I couldn't agree more. I'm aware that my worldview informs my thoughts on anime and stuff, but to make it a hard line, you know me, don't like talking politics in such terms. And like this title, "Why You Should Be a Leftist," I think we could agree. There's attributes that are positive about that.
I won't let you play both sides. I won't let you do this, Nate. You can't pretend as though you don't also engage with the political discussion here. You're not half of it.
I mean, what's the title of like my video? It's just like why Gurren Lagann is good.
No, I don't know. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that you are political. We were just talking about it. We do this all the time on the PCP.
Well, okay, now that's certainly true, but I'm not an anarcho-capitalist. You could call me a libertarian.
You know what my
probably.
political views are? Here's my political stance. Andrew Yang sounds like a fucking Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah,
That's all I got to say about
and
that.
He's aesthetic as fuck.
I don't know who this Andrew Yang character is, but this Andrew Gang person that's in real life, aka outside my apartments, hanging out in Assault / Beach, has been just terrorizing the citizens lately, and I'm really scared of him.
Have you seen there's the Andrew Yang platform where you gain $1,000?
Not even a good Mortal Kombat character either. I'm talking like Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3,
Nate,
like one of the random new
I think I know what you're gonna say. Nate.
I'm gonna say that there's also the competing platform of Andrew Yin to the Yang, where you lose $1,000 if you elect him to the presidency.
Tough call.
It's a tough choice.
Nate,
it's a tough call.
Nate, what if? Let me pose you a hypothetical. What if anyone makes a video, right? Titles it in some perfectly apolitical X is good way, and then in explaining why it's good, they implicitly endorse a certain political or economic worldview.
I mean, I would totally agree to that, but I mean, like, let's just take my video for example. Like, what's my main thesis of the video is that line about like, ask not for lighter burdens, ask for broader shoulders. I think that's pretty clearly like not a leftist view of the world. That is very much
So you're saying it is political?
No, well, I'm saying that, I mean, there's explicitly political where you're advocating for a specific, like, team, which I think saying why you should be a leftist is doing so. But, I mean, I find it, I don't really like to talk in those terms when I talk about these things.
I have absolutely no clue what you're trying to say.
I mean, you can advocate for a worldview without saying, like, that's why you should vote Democrat, or that's why you should vote Republican.
So your problem
Well, why are you saying problem? What's got a problem?
Your problem is not with something being political. It's with something admitting to being political.
Well, first of all, who's got a problem? There is no problem. I object to nothing.
You're leveling a criticism.
No, what? Against what?
You're saying that it's... You're saying there are negative aspects to a title like Why You Should Be a Leftist.
No, I'm saying I don't want to do that, so I don't.
Okay.
That's that time again, folks. It's time for this.
There's no political discussion here. It's interesting to see.
There is.
There is, Nate. There is.
I mean, to label me an AnCap is
I didn't do that, even though I think you could probably make a pretty strong argument for it, but I'm not doing that.
I mean, how do you resolve that with me just saying I'm not, and then
I think maybe you
agreeing
are,
to many leftist positions?
Well, I mean, maybe you I don't know, you seem pretty in line with that whole thing. You seem to be all about personal responsibility.
But I don't believe in anarchy. I don't believe in anarchy.
Okay. So, all right, fine. Okay, fine.
All right,
no,
we did
fine.
it.
But that doesn't matter. You totally moved the goalposts.
Did I?
Yeah, we were talking about something else, and then you say, okay, but I'm not an AnCap, and then the conversation becomes about that. Well, I don't care. I don't care about that.
Okay.
I want to know.
I feel like the way Nate moves the goalposts is like completely in a klutzy way. He has no idea that he did it.
He doesn't. How do you feel? Okay, how do you feel about this Why You Should Be a Leftist video?
I mean, I think it's, well, first of all, the why you should be a leftist. Okay, first of all, I haven't watched either of them. I have not watched either of these videos.
Okay, me either.
In the description, well, rather in the comments, I see people being like, don't surrender to Nate and Digi. I see in like a couple of comments. So I'm inferring that there's discussion of our positions. I mean, I know Digi's a capitalist. I'm sure of that much, as am I.
No, he made a video like the other day, saying that he doesn't ascribe any specific political.
Oh, that's fucking dumb.
He believes in things on the left or the right. I mean, I guess he's a capitalist.
Oh yeah, what an idiot!
I don't fucking know.
I think it's. Ever. I have no opinion about anything. I have no opinion about anything. I just think everything's fine as it is. I don't endorse
really
the status
think that's
quo.
the position.
I am a neoliberal capitalist.
Ben, that's such a fucking straw man. That's the typical centrist boogeyman that people just make up.
That's what it means.
It's not.
No, it doesn't.
When someone says they're a centrist or that they don't believe, that they don't take sides, it doesn't mean that they just believe in nothing and they have no opinions. It means that their opinions aren't fucking rigidly held to one fucking moral standard on one side of the fucking coin or the other.
Yeah.
They have different beliefs about different shit.
Digi didn't say he believes in nothing. He just was making it clear that he's not on the left or the right specifically.
If you're not on the left or the right, then I'm sorry, but you're on the right. You're a neoliberal conservative. You're a neoliberal.
That's the stupidest
it
fucking
it literally does make sense because the Overton window has shifted right.
Oh my fucking god. That is so dumb.
It's not dumb. It makes perfect sense if you understand how
Can't
neoliberalism
you have complex
works.
views of various political things that put you neither on either side? You can want some things to change, but not
so
everything.
are you saying that if we don't
That's not what I'm saying, though.
Are you saying if we don't agree with your perspectives that we're on the right? Is that, I mean,
it's not.
When it kind of boils down to it.
I'm saying that if you take no position, you implicitly endorse the status quo.
It's not taking no position. No one is taking no positions.
Ben,
if you say you're not on the left or the right, it could just mean I think that people should be allowed to have abortions, and I think people should be allowed to have guns. That's two positions. It's not taking no positions. You have different opinions about different issues, and you take them one at a fucking time.
Right.
Those are both conservative positions.
No, they're not.
What?
Being pro.
Sorry. I misunderstood. Okay. I misunderstood. Look,
the thing is, Ben,
there are different axes. There are different axes to be left or right on.
I agree.
The thing that is just you were reacting to my oversimplification of a thing Digi said in a video, and you haven't seen the video. So I would rather people don't make big assumptions like that. Yell at me, I guess. Don't yell at Digi for having things
that's true.
Okay.
We don't want to make any assumptions. That's just like I don't want to make any assumptions about the content of these videos. I just thought the titles were funny, and I know that they're directed at me and possibly Digi to another degree. Isn't that funny, you guys? I'm gonna watch this later and see what I think about them.
I think it's funny. I will also
agree.
Okay, I understand what you're saying about. Okay, I guess what you're saying is that Digi says he's not on the left or the right because he has individual views on particular topics, and he is not entirely on one side or the other. Everyone is like that to a certain extent.
That's all that anyone ever means when they say that.
I'm not on the left, right, north, or south. I'm on the fucking underbelly. That's what side I'm on.
Fair enough. Well,
hey,
there it is.
I got a new thing to talk about. I made my first Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killer Slime Girl character.
Wait. Oh God! Wait, I have one more thing to say about what we just said.
The politics is over. It's slime only. Slime only from this point on.
One last thing. Okay, I understand that thing about how you can have bits and pieces here that are more conservative, more liberal. Okay, but if you say I'm not a capitalist, then what are you? And if the answer is nothing in particular, unless you have a specific thing that you are that is opposed to capitalism, then you are just just endorsing the status quo.
What about Bernie Sanders, who is a capitalist just with limitations, therefore democratic socialist or whatever?
He's a capitalist.
I think that
I guess.
The thing there then is that I interjected incorrectly because Digi, I don't think, said anything about capitalism. He was talking about left or right in the video I was watching.
Okay, we may have made mistakes.
Okay, well,
I already solved this dilemma 50 episodes ago when I invented my political philosophy, anarcho-fascism.
Right.
You
legalize murder.
It's already a thing. I'm sorry.
It's not already a thing. I invented it.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's not okay. First of all, I take more offense.
Dreg has talked about it.
I fucking said it before. Goddamn Dreg!
Who is Dreg? I don't care. Never mind. I don't.
I invented it. It's my thing.
Well, there you go.
Dreg can go fuck himself.
Tell me about anarcho-fascism.
Oh my God. Okay.
Sell me.
I already did this on a previous episode of this.
Can you just summarize it in a line? What's the thrust?
It's cool. That's all it is.
No,
It's just when you're being cool.
It's the philosophy that the only political systems that will ever be right and fair and just are either complete anarchy or complete fascism, and everything in between is a worthless half measure that just makes everything unfair and shitty. I invented that. Okay. It's my thing, and I'm less offended at you saying it makes no sense than I am at you saying that someone else said it first.
Maybe they have a different definition or something. I don't know.
I mean, there's nothing new under the sun, man.
Okay.
Slime.
Anyway,
slime.
Let's
Tell
hear
me
about
slime.
Yeah.
I made a slime girl. I've seen there are slime girls in RFCK. You don't do anything gameplay wise to create them. You just draw them, and then they're canon.
Yes.
And then
how it is with every single thing in RFCK is just you draw them.
Sometimes some of them are slimoids that exist in game.
Oh yeah,
that
is true.
True.
Yeah.
But I made one, and I think she's pretty fucking cool because she's not like the typical beauty slime, like fuck toy slime girl, like all the others.
So
they're all just fuck toys. They have feelings, man. Even the sex.
Like,
especially
they have
the
a craving
ones.
for cum. They feed on cum.
They're all sculpted with bedroom eyes, like permanently locked on their face.
I saw this in community service. I saw this when you first posted it, and I thought it was really nice. And I liked your follow-up Gun Girl comic. What do you have to say about it?
I don't know.
Okay. Apologize.
Okay.
I like RFCK. Can we talk about that just a little bit?
We can. I'm afraid.
I don't know.
I'm afraid that the more we talk about it, the more people are gonna hate it who are on the fence. I have a feeling that like the vast majority of PCP heads like know what it is, and then are like, oh god, this shit again. Now I hate it for no reason.
I think quite a few have come to a decision that they don't know what that is, and they're not interested in looking into it for whatever, right or wrong, whatever reason.
I think a lot of the time it's just because it's mostly Munchie and Ben who are like advertising talking it.
Yeah, I suppose.
It up.
When is
PCP
University lecture RFCK?
Literally next time. We're literally next possible time.
Oh my god!
There you go.
Okay.
We'll
so
already
cool.
talk about it.
If I want to about the PCP lectures, all right. So like part of this whole like Christine Weston Chandler endorses Yang thing, which is canon. It really happened. It's true, not photoshopped.
Of course.
Like I was reading post time skip, post transition Sonichu,
right?
And this shit needs a lecture. Like the desert needs the rain. Okay,
excellent.
This shit is fucking ridiculous.
I'm so glad.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, I saw the Nazi.
It requires charts. Okay, I'm gonna need to draw charts to show you. Nate, you know that song? You know that is it Twin Perfect who made that song about the different dimensions in Silent Hill?
World dimension? Yeah, of course.
Foggy town, they all look just the same.
Yes.
Yeah, we need one. It needs one of those for the Sonichu canon.
We should look into that. that.
Yeah, okay. So, and then, like, a huge amount of it is basically delivered in, like, text dump plus visual montage.
Okay.
And, like...
That works.
Fucking, like, time-traveling Nazis come into it.
Whoa,
and, like, this whole other canon of, like, some fucking visual novel about, like... CPU goddesses come in
Neptunia,
and like that no explanation at all in the text about like
you have
what
to
he's
know
even
Neptunia lore to
there's
get
like
that shit.
It really needs some explanation, and I am the man for the job. I feel it in my bones.
I'll just say I too have a lecture ready to go, cocked and ready to be black. I could do it today if someone demanded me of it. I could do it today. So I'm just saying when that next bad boy rolls around, I'm ready to go.
Radcon 4 when?
Radcon 4 when? One of these days. Hey, would you guys let me know in the comments? Would you give money for Radcon 4 Kickstarter or something? Would you do that? Would you give us money?
Is that the official name for Radcon 4? Radcon 4 when?
Would you give us money,
so
please?
I think we have to abandon the Radcon 4 ever plan that Devu originally suggested because it's not forever. It's far from it. It's very limited time only.
Yeah. If we call
Ben,
it
Hi-Fi
now,
RFCK HQ happened way before
refers to
PCP
the
HQ, and we're real and we're actually cool.
What's RFCK
bam.
HQ? Where's that?
I mean, we live in the same place now.
And now
so
RFCK is only in person now.
It's
I mean,
RFCK
is
HQ.
it Boston? That seems a little bit cheating. If
Yes.
it's like a city.
Why is it
Yes.
cheating? How is it
It's
cheating?
Boston.
Explain
An
right
HQ
now.
is not a city, Munchie. Do I have to explain this to your puny baby-sized brain?
Wait. The point of PCP HQ was never that we would all live in the same house. It was that we'd live in the same
initially the
region.
same house. It quickly became the same
initially.
Okay,
city.
I agree. It morphed and changed. Okay, I can kind of see your point a little bit. I guess. I always envisioned like a
can I
work
know I'm not
building,
involved at all, but you have to change the name from RFCK HQ to RFC Capital.
I mean, that makes sense.
Capital with a K.
Die.
No.
Capital.
Hey,
Yeah,
Tom,
exactly.
weren't you in? Didn't who was that who just drew a picture of Tom in RFCK? That was
It was Acro.
Yeah,
Acro. That's right.
It was sick, and I liked.
You're
it.
weren't
It
you
was
the
cool.
general of the Juvies or something?
Yeah, I think it's because didn't I say that in the last the Rowdy Fuckers Copula stream that I was on? That I mentioned that?
Yeah.
That I would be Tom Oliver, King of the Juves.
That's good.
To worship Juvie
Take it.
Yeah.
You know what? You can have it. You can have it.
No one wants that crown. It's yours for the taking.
Yeah, the crown weighs heavy.
just like the man himself back in the day, he was disrespected, but his legacy lives on past everyone.
It's a true crown of thorns.
I'm thinking about continuity. I'm thinking that RFCK probably takes place in the same universe as Sonichu C197.
Yeah.
I'm thinking T-Bat probably does too. This is all like I'm thinking.
T-Fat's
there's no
there.
reason why these dimensions can't like
All be the
connect
same
with
one.
one another. I see no reason why.
And also,
in
you
my
know,
head, ever since like the first crossover that I felt was important. I can't remember what it was, but it was a pony thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, I've always been in my mind like spinning a web of like connections to connect everything I've ever done and all my friends all together in a cool like that could work.
And considering the unusual amount of slime, grime, scum, and villainy in the city, the unnamed city, I believe, I'm thinking that the movie Seven by David Fincher probably takes place in the same universe, starring Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, baby.
All fictional characters exist in dimension C197, and our dimension 1218, is merging with it to create dimension 1C-1 whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Our dimensions are merging. Sonichu's will be
soon, I
real.
hear.
Slime City will be real. The movie Seven will be real. David Fincher will finally at last be real.
Yes.
We'll all live together in harmony.
The Pod-Decast and the Pony-Cast sail on the same ocean.
Magi-chan says that the dimensional merge is coming soon.
And let's not forget, Arm Retrieval and Pod-Decast have a crossover. Therefore,
totally
all
can.
of Homestuck
So that
clearly part of it.
all of Homestuck
All of
is
Homestuck,
canon to One Piece.
It's all in
MLP.
there.
Stealing your dad's.
Yeah,
I've always thought that they're like parallel universes to RFCK. They're very similar in a lot of ways.
If
You know what,
slime never existed, but oil did.
Well, I imagine it's almost like if Stealing Your Dad was like in the far future from RFCK, where like Slime City just becomes slime everywhere, like Slime World, and then like after it all progresses, slime is all dried up, but morals and society is still fucked forever, and that's when Stealing Your Dad takes place.
Okay, that sounds good.
Boy. This went way off the rails.
Guys, I'm so
It
mad.
did.
I have to bring it back to the political thing. I hate to be the
Okay.
bad guy and bring it back to that, but because Ben brought up that like my hilarious and cool political ideology has been bogarted by smooth brains all over the internet. I went on Google just to fact check and make sure, and sure enough, there's an urban dictionary for anarcho-fascism. And just listen, you heard how I defined it. You heard my cool philosophy, what the philosophy actually is, as created by me, global icon and national treasure, Endless Jest. Listen to how these fucking smooth-brained political fucktards have butchered my political philosophy.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
Anarcho-fascism is based on the premise that in post-capital, in parentheses, cryptocurrency-centric societies, racial identitarianism loses its stigma. Anarcho-fascism, or national, in parentheses, nationalist anarchism propounds what the fuck? Propounds is not a word. I refuse to believe that. That only ethnic cohesion can form self-referential societies in the wake of capitalism's collapse. In the absence of identitarian action, national anarchism believes that capitalism, specifically global capitalism, will collapse into Marxism. The exclusive precursor to 5G, in parentheses, 5th generation warfare. What the hell? They've butchered it! They've ruined it!
What the fuck?
That sounds about
really
right.
goofy.
No, it doesn't make any sense! you know, it's just
how is that anarcho?
This
That was
is
like
how
a bunch of noise.
It was noise. It was a bunch of meaningless drivel and words. This is the problem. The world has been so fucking poisoned with politics that when someone comes up with something that is pure and hilarious and cool, like my anarcho-fascism,
like a political system.
Jess, what is the what's the deal on this entry?
Immediately the world just takes it and they just add words to it and they add bullshit to it and make it mean nothing. They make it a stupid meme. It was a cool meme. I made a cool meme and they made it stupid because they added what the fuck is this? Is this like a real thing?
I do hate when people make things too grounded in real politics.
Jesse, what's the date of this entry? Does your June
19th, 18. I thought it was 2019. I don't know.
Okay.
Does that predate it doesn't predate your statement.
It might,
right?
but mine is better. My idea was so much better. My idea was pure and it was funny and it was cool.
Is a political ideology. How can you make it too about real world politics?
It's not a political ideology. It's me
being
cool.
I like Jesse's funny definition better. That's how. I choose that one between the two.
Okay.
You know,
Jesse,
I'm over here.
You gotta make a shirt. Like in Clerks 2, when Randall was trying to take back Porch Monkey, you have to make a shirt.
Exactly. I have to take back anarcho-fascism. You know, I'm over here just being cool, okay? I'm just trying to be cool. I'm just doing cool stuff, saying cool things, and having cool ideas. And you know, they're simple and anyone can understand them, and you hear them and you go, hey, that's pretty fucking funny, and everyone has a good time. I'm just here making sure people have a good time. And
if you're gonna sell anarcho-fascist shirts, please put them on a different site. Don't put them on the PCP Teespring, please.
Why?
It's because
what do you mean, why?
Ben can't be associated with his mortal enemy.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that I don't want the PCP selling fucking fascism on t-shirts.
Look,
thank you.
No one's making a t-shirt. That has nothing to do with anything.
I thought you said something about shirt.
If Ben had the good graces to put the Yang thing on his own thing, then let's keep all political shirts,
My
unrelated
point is,
to...
no idea can just be pure and funny and cool. Someone has to take it too seriously and turn it into a thing with words like identitarianism in it. And propounds.
I sympathize, I truly do, with people who are very concerned about politics day to day and they worry that the world is going in bad directions. But certainly we could all agree that sometimes you just want to be cool and you just want to hang out and suck your own dick.
If you don't feel like thinking about real world politics, then maybe don't talk about anarcho-fascism. Like that's talk about something else.
Ben,
if you don't want politics to come into it.
Real world
First
politics.
of all, no one even believes in
first of all,
anarcho-fascism.
You just described real world politics.
I did not. These are not real words, Ben. What the hell does identitarianism mean?
That's a word.
I literally know the answer to that, but I don't want to get into it.
What the hell does based on the premise that in post-capital cryptocurrency-centric societies, racial identitarianism loses its stigma? That's not words, man.
Yes, it is. It means racism becomes cool and everyone forms societies based around racial exclusion.
That is not
cryptocurrency, I guess.
That is not my anarcho-fascism. That doesn't even...
I know, and that's why I don't want to fucking associate myself with it.
That doesn't even sound like it should be called anarcho-fascism. That should have a different name.
I really don't get the anarcho Okay, you know what? I don't care.
Well, it's anarcho because it's not imposed from the top down.
The whole point of my bit is that, it is what it sounds like. The words are opposites, and that's why it's funny, because I'm finding a way to combine these opposite ideologies into a cohesive philosophy, which is ridiculous but also cool. And so... This definition that I'm looking at here does not sound like that. It doesn't sound like...
This is a measurable battle. This is a battle which you can win, and the way you win is by getting your definition so popular, it becomes the #1 definition on Urban Dictionary. That's how you win the battle.
Once again, society has conspired to ruin one of my bits. That's how it always... One of my
I do
glorious
resent
bits.
society for
I'm
that.
a bit machine over here, and I'm just cranking out cool stuff and hilarious witticisms and slogans and I'm making people have fun. I'm creating fun for the world, but the world just can't handle it. The world doesn't want fun anymore. The world doesn't want fun. The world just wants like weird political shit that they can argue about. So they take all my fun bits and they corrupt them and they pervert them into this. And it just makes me sad for humanity, it does.
You know when a character gets drunk in a party in a movie and the camera starts like wishing around, it's like zooming in and out and just like tilting over and over and over again, and then like the screen starts to fade black and the character falls on the floor? That's been me for like 35 minutes.
All right. Speaking of UBI, I've decided I no longer need UBI because I've found a way. I found a way to give myself $1,000 a month.
Okay.
And it's fucking fantastic. Yeah. So
it's called crime.
Yeah.
But with UBI, you could have $2,000.
I guess. But we all know.
Yeah, but then those poor people get it too.
And the math doesn't lie. 2,000 is more than 1,000.
All right. You got me back on the train. But so. We've been long discussing the energy drink wars. You know, we got the banksters roaming the streets.
Of course.
And
we got the C4 heads. I'm a newly formed C4.
We got the rain heads.
C4er.
Fucking.
I'm a C4er.
I'm a rain. Now that 7-Eleven offers 2 for 1 rain, I'm a rain.
You're a rainsist? Are you saying you're a rainsist?
I'm a rainsist, yeah.
So
Rainsian economics, baby.
I've dabbled a bit here and there in all these newfangled Zoomer drinks. But I'm still clinging hardcore to the OG Red Bull. Red Bull is the best.
Dude,
so
it
weird.
costs like $8 a can.
That's
for
my
like half
point.
as much.
This is the problem. The big problem with Red Bull is that it comes in an 8.4 fluid ounce can on average, but it costs the exact same as a 16 fluid ounce can of any other energy drink, which is shit. But
yeah, it is.
Yesterday, I was crippled in my bed because I can't move anywhere and I needed groceries. So I decided to order Instacart from Aldi. And Aldi has Red Thunder, which is Red Bull, but not. And you get a pack of 4 for $3. And it is that has instantly given me like $1,000 a month back because I no longer have to spend like $60 to $100 on my crippling Red Bull addiction. I can spend a fraction of the price.
I have seen Red Thunder at Aldi. Aldi is really good. If you like Monster, I recommend Gridlock.
I also
Gridlock
did
energy, especially in the red.
I got the Gridlock.
The red one is the best one, but the white
red
one's
one
good too.
I've not seen the red one. I got Gridlock Ultra White, and which is pretty good.
Yeah,
but I'm still
the red one's harder to find.
I'm still on Team Red Thunder for life. It's the best.
Okay.
They got the sugar free. It's good.
Yeah,
less than $1 a can, like God intended, instead of this $3.50 to $4 scalping that the original does.
Straight up, super glad to hear you're an Aldi boy.
Yeah.
Aldi is the shit.
You know, we actually buy quite a bit of Red Bull. I don't drink that much, but like Michelle and I'll get it fairly regularly.
Know why. I
don't know, because it was there and we think Red Bull's good. But now that I'm hearing there's alternatives,
there's better energy drinks that are cheaper for more. I swear.
Red Thunder.
I'm
gonna look into this Red Thunder.
It looks exactly like Red Bull, except it was made by like a college student with the design instead of a professional. It's like that's
sick.
like Aldi's shtick in general. They also have super cheap Slim Jim knockoffs.
Okay.
I bought like 36 of them for like $7.
Super cheap knockoffs of stuff.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best store of all time.
It is the best. And the only price you pay is that the place looks really ugly on the inside, and you have to loan them. You have to loan them $1/4 to use a shopping cart.
I fixed that problem too because I got it with Instacart. So I paid $3, and someone came to my door and gave me everything.
That's worth $3.
Here's the other trick about Instacart, Tom, is that you can get them to shop at like Costco and BJ's and like places that you need a membership. They will shop at these like bulk places for you, and you don't need a membership for it. It's fucking sick.
Every time I use Instacart or the other time, the whole time while it says your shopper is now getting I go, dance puppet, dance for me, you fool. Yes, get me my cheap goods.
Yesterday I bought like 5 pounds of sausage and like big ass bags of like mozzarella cheese and almond flour from Costco. Normally that would cost me like $100 or whatever for like a year's membership at Costco. Mm-hmm. And I fucking tricked them.
This is fantastic.
It's amazing.
This is capitalism working as intended.
Aldi, amazing. Instacart, fantastic. Yeah, and now I have so much more money. The only thing that sucks about Instacart is it doesn't take my EBT card. Then I could totally destroy the system for real.
Yeah.
Indeed.
They don't. You have to go in person to use.
Yeah.
To do
It's because
that.
the delivery fee and stuff doesn't count. Like you can't pay that with EBT, so they can't take
Yeah.
it, which sucks.
I mean, they would need the card. They would need to have your card with them
Right.
to use it or whatever. It's sad but true.
I
You
mean,
know? I think you can actually just like withdraw EBT from an ATM.
What? That
I'm pretty
that
sure. I haven't
can't be
tried
true.
it, but I haven't tried it. But
That
like I'm
seems so
pretty sure that like
exploitable.
it does. It sure does. I haven't, but it says somewhere in the literature that like you can do it.
I think there's a different
don't know.
program. There's an EBT cash program. I don't think that's a standard EBT card.
That
though.
is different, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try it at some point and like get back to you on it. But I think it said that like you can do it even with the food.
Moral of the
stamp
story:
program.
Red Thunder brings
Yeah.
Red Bull back into the game. Hardcore. It's a real competitor now, and everybody needs to get on it.
I like the system,
Yeah.
but that EBT card issue makes me think that, like, wouldn't it be more practical if, I don't know, like, maybe, like, there's a lot of, like, you know, layabouts, you know, a lot of bums, a lot of grifters and drifters. Couldn't we just, like, make them our property and just, like, give them purpose and have the state enforce some sort of death explosion collar on them if they don't go get our groceries? Then we can give them our EBT cards. We'll call it slavery. That sounds good. And then we'll just, you know,
novel
make that be
concept.
the system. Seems logical to me.
Sounds like
One per family,
sounds
maybe?
like anarcho-fascism in action.
Got it.
No.
Well, anything else, or should we get to the voicemails? I'm down.
Let's wrap
I'm ready.
this shit up. Let's get to the voicemails.
Let's
I
do the
feel like-
voicemails.
Yeah, Ben.
No. I was thinking about, was there something else that we talked about before the show? No, I think it was Mage.
Yeah, Mage.
Asking who is CWC.
we were just too many people. Too many people.
And I said,
yeah.
shut up. We'll talk about it on the show. And then she left.
Yeah.
But
All right.
Scared off
yeah.
by our
whatever. I
masculine
touched on
presence.
that whole CWC thing.
Time
Yeah,
for
yeah.
everyone's favorite segment, the voicemails. Now, you
Hooray.
may be thinking to yourself, oh, gotta strap in for some really terrible audio content. Well, never fear. I was the one who picked out the voicemails in this one, so we only have 5. And frankly, I'm fine to like skip like this one. I just want to play it because this guy is another, like, I want to like publicly humiliate him because he's another one of the long string of people who just are, I'm going to dub them the pathetics. So this guy's
Okay.
another pathetic who wants to come in here and like, guys, how do I be like a baseline, like level 0 human being? How do I like understand simple childlike concepts? Please explain to me how I can stop being such a like comically bad person. So let's go to this guy with society.
You know, I got a pretty, like, big list of friends, and I'll, like, ask one of them to hang out.
Uh-huh.
And then they'll be like, no, I got a girlfriend, can't hang out, sorry. Like, I can barely hang out with
Correct.
him.
Logical.
Because he has a fucking girlfriend. And then I have another friend who's got, like, work. And that's, like, you know, more
Okay.
reasonable. But he's like, oh, I have to work all the time, can't hang out, sorry.
Okay.
And, like, you know, other stuff like that. Like, just friends that are busy, like, all the fucking time. And I'm so busy with doing nothing. Like, I don't
Okay.
have any of that. And I just want to hang out with people, and I rarely ever can. So I gotta make new friends.
Gotta make
to
new
hang out with,
friends.
But then I try to ask
Okay.
people, and they're like, no, I'm
yeah.
busy.
Oh,
Everyone's
I-
fucking busy. How do I solve it?
Hey, man, you...
How do I
Oh, he's still going.
fix?
Cut it off. I've had enough.
Look, man,
All right.
you being an underachieving need is not your friend's burden.
That's
very
true.
true.
Yeah,
That's
100%. This is
Sounds like you need a
obviously,
job
like,
and a girlfriend.
Maybe, yeah, you should get a girlfriend yourself, and then you too can know the joy of
ignoring
you
your
know,
other friends.
of someone. Yeah, the best part about having a girlfriend is not being allowed to see your friends.
Yeah, it's having
it's
an
great.
excuse to not talk to anyone.
There's that.
I think you need to realize that you know, if your friends wanted to hang out with you, work and your girl and their girlfriends would not be an excuse 100% of the time, like it seems to be with you. So
Oh,
it's
man.
obvious that you are busy doing nothing. Obviously, you have nothing to contribute to them, not in terms of monetary or anything like that, but just in terms of, you know, you
Yeah.
have no personality.
Okay,
you
it
have
might
nothing
not be-
going for you.
what-
You have
it
nothing
might
that
not
you want
be
to
that he
contribute to your
has-
What do
friends.
you have that can supersede their monetary and sexual needs?
That's what it comes down to. You gotta literally just be cool, up your cool level. Just go grind your coolness by doing fun things.
That people aren't hanging out with you. Actually get an interest and a job or a girlfriend. Get anything. Just stop doing nothing like a fucking freak. Why would you think anyone would want to hang out with you? You obviously have no redeeming aspects. Why would you call into the show? The fact that you're watching the PCP right now and not slamming a fucking puss into the ground, that's like really upsetting to me. And honestly, you should do
That's
something.
True. I am
probably
disappointed
drastic.
at every single one of you listening to this podcast instead of slamming a puss. Or more.
Yeah, that's fair.
So this guy, Society, you're going to the voice jail. I fucking hate you. You're another pathetic. You're just another one of the pathetics lining up. Speaking of the pathetics, we got another pathetic following up on his last pathetic display. Okay. So come on, dance for me, pathetic.
Oh my god, we really went hard on that poor boy.
Hi, I called in last time basically for emotional support because I was anxious about going to a movie alone, going to see Millennium Actress.
Oh, right.
And thankfully my hero Munchie told me to kill myself, so I didn't have to go to the movie. And you may be amused to discover that it was almost all other men who were alone who looked basically exactly
There
like
you go.
Also Millennium Actress. Not
all right, so see, we're making a positive difference in people's lives. Listen, you come on the PCP, you get the tough love you need. I tell you to kill yourself, and then your life's fixed. I mean, I think there's I think it's just a win-win for everyone.
It's a 3-step process. Come on the PCP, Munchie tells you to kill yourself. That's it. You probably solved
you don't kill and you're reborn again.
Yeah.
So this guy, listen, he came on here with like a pathetic, like baby tier question. Like, how do I like exist? How do I breathe and fucking move my legs to the movie theater to sit down on my fat ass and munch popcorn and not be scared that people are looking at me? He just did it and it was fine. There was no problem. He had nothing to overcome literally at all. This is what the other guy's got to do. It's completely fine. Your friends just hate you. Just stop being someone who they hate, and then you'll be fine. It's not a big deal. Yeah. So no more pathetics. Let's get into some like normal people, like a normal thing that like a real question.
Toot-a-roo, motherfuckers. No gimmicks or anything. I just got a totally normal ass question for you.
Okay.
What is the most human core thing ever?
Ooh.
Now, I don't want... I already know the answer, but I don't want to reveal it right now. Instead, I actually want to see what you guys think it is. Maybe talk about it a little. And I'll get back to you next week, and I'll tell you what it is.
I know the answer.
But I'll give you a hint. Only humans do this. Nothing else does it, and every human does it.
Okay. Here's my answer. Applauding
Texas.
in the crowd at a wedding as they just said like I do, and everyone's applauding as they kiss in the little thing up there. That's the most human core thing.
I've got another one.
Okay.
Thanking your bus driver. Saying thank you when you get off the bus.
I have
like they did you a favor.
I have what I believe to be the answer. I don't think it's going to be his answer.
Yeah.
But the most human core thing that has ever happened is probably the 1980s charity collaboration song "We Are the World."
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's very human core.
I didn't go on another speech about this. If you want, look up. If I can recall the exact number of this, I'm gonna be a fucking genius. Episode 104, the one where I go to Hawaii and talk about sea turtles. But my answer is collectively bread and dogs.
Dogs are definitely up. I was thinking humane shelters.
Bread
for
is
dogs.
a great answer. Bread is it's a food that we invented.
Yeah.
Out of nothing.
It's like an agricultural thing, which the reason I describe that as human core is because we as humans have gone above what other animals are able to do. We are able to make agriculture and farm. It's a collective thing, and it's just high in dense in calories, and we feed it to other people. It's a collaborative group effort project that no one.
Bread is like the most enduring thing that is still used today from the dawn of civilization.
Yeah,
bread is civilization. You found that's it. That's the answer.
Why fix what ain't broken? Okay.
Maybe because I'm fucking keto, because I've evolved beyond it and I know better than eat fucking bread.
That's true. I mean, that's true. Whatever. Bread works for bread does what it's supposed to do.
That's true.
Okay, I don't know if I agree that bread is human core, because to me, what is human core is not simply doing what humans do. It is doing like well, hold on. Okay, I think to me, human core is indulging in a human impulse that is that is detrimental to humans' actual ends.
Well, this
Why?
goes to. It just depends on our definition here. It just depends on our definition.
I don't human core. I don't know. It's not being human core to me is not the same thing as simply being human.
Well, I don't think I say bread just because people eat bread. I say it because I think it's emblematic of like a very like human thing, which is agriculture and like collaborative eating and farming and surplus and stuff like that. That's the reason I say bread.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with those things.
Well, I don't think
does it
human
have
core
to
is
be a negative?
To me, human core is a derogatory.
Not to
I
me.
agree. The most human core
right.
thing is discussing politics online. There is nothing more deplorable and
pretty
uniquely
human.
human.
And I agree, that is very negative.
Oh,
very
wait,
negative.
I had another thing I wanted to bring up.
You can do it.
I will, after this.
Yeah.
Human core is like, it's so strange that I can't even like decide on which definition I agree with.
Like really doesn't mean
Yeah, it's so vague that I can't
Wait,
I can't even come up with my own like idea of like what it means to me.
Is human core meant to be derogatory, or is it meant to be
Absolutely.
There's a conflict.
Well,
There's a conflict
meant by
about
who?
it.
Absolutely.
Meant by who?
To me, when I use it, and I invented it, so this is me. When
Munchie
I
invented
use
it.
it, I mean it as complete.
I thought it was-
Yes, I did.
Okay.
No.
Well,
I'm-
as we saw, Ben, when you invent something cool, it will be perverted by the world at large and taken.
All right. Well, here, like the guy who invented the GIF, trying to tell everyone, no, actually, I always intended it to be pronounced GIF. Here's me, the true and honest creator, Christine Weston Chandler, telling you that human core is an insult. It is not to be used to just describe anything that humans do. It is the worst human impulse.
I mean, I think sneakers are pretty human core, and they're pretty cool.
There you have it.
You know, my Adidas walk through concrete doors and walks all over concrete floors.
Anything that you would be embarrassed of as a human
core.
is okay. So if you'd be embarrassed of your love of sneakers.
No, I'd never be embarrassed of sneakers.
That reminds me, something very human core is just being like doing nothing in particular, then all of a sudden being paralyzed as you remember something cringy you did like 15 years ago.
That is pretty
human. Probably
Yeah.
makes you disgusted. That's human core as fuck.
That's true.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
But I guess we'll have to wait for his answer, and I hope he has something impressive.
I'm sure none of us have said what he was.
No.
What was interesting about what he said that it's superhuman core and that every human does it. What's
No.
He
He
said
said, he didn't say every. He said only humans do it.
No.
You know what I don't like, though? You know what I don't like?
Everyone
He's
does
going to
it,
have a
yeah.
chance to listen to our answers and say, like, he's going to be able to change his secret. He didn't, like, write it down.
You're right.
Like, email it to us so we would know what it is ahead of
Here's
time.
my
everything,
answer.
cut
It's
everything. We
it's
gotta
it's
call him out on
episode 11 of season 6 of My Little Pony.
Yeah.
That's human core. That's the most human core thing.
What
Which
happened
one
to
is
that?
that?
I can't remember and I don't know. But nobody's gonna look.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of My Little Pony, as you all
Wait.
know, we all went to BronyCon, except for you, Tom. What a fucking moron. I hate that guy. Anyway, moving on. There was a guy who went to BronyCon who just wanted to give things. So let's give him, let's let him have things, shall we?
Thank you, everyone, for BronyCon. Thank you, Nate, for stories from Japan.
I know who this is.
Thank you, Jess, for calling me the myth, the man, the
Oh,
legend.
yeah.
Thank you, Hippo, for being sexy and handing out the flyers. Thank you, Munchie, for the fan art. Thank you, Ben, for eating my sausage. And John for the autographs, asking for my autograph. Thank you for the RSCK crew.
Woo!
Thank you, everyone, for making this BronyCon awesome. Thanks a lot. Sorry this is a week late.
Thank you,
That's
Riddle My
okay.
Ass Batman. It was
That
great to
was
see you.
in fact Riddle My Ass Batman.
Yep. Did we mention we met him?
Yeah.
It was
we did.
cool.
Of course,
we did.
He did
of
me
course.
Riddle My Ass Batman. He gave me a little Phantom Horn drawing he did, which was cool.
He wanted fan art from he wanted me to draw my favorite moment for Riddle My Ass Batman. So it was me. I drew for him in his sketchbook an image of Digi plunging into the dicking piranhas and being really happy about it. So I drew that.
Fantastic.
Have you guys ever heard the classic Leonard Nimoy Bilbo Baggins song, where he's like, he rode on a barrel, he battled the trolls, he riddled with Riddle My Ass Batman, a magic ring he stole. It's a yeah. That's what my adventure was at BronyCon. I did all those things and riddled with Riddle My Ass Batman.
If we haven't, wait, I remembered one other thing I wanted to bring up, and I should have done it before the voicemails.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Did anyone tune into the Portland protests yesterday?
No. Unaware.
I have no idea what that is.
You know,
it was like Antifa versus the Proud Boys or some shit.
Yeah, the Proud Boys had a rally.
Boys, is that a real thing?
Yeah, believe it or not, the Proud Boys are some fucking identitarian.
We are literally living in a fucking Mad Max.
I think they would push back against that.
They would push back against that, like any fascist would.
Okay.
They're. Well, I mean, okay, they're not all right. They're not all like that,
right,
but like
sure,
they definitely have like a strong vein of that running through their bones and their blood.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know. The point... Okay, I watched some streams of it yesterday just to see what was going on. It wasn't that interesting. Mm-hmm. But then afterwards, I see fucking idiots on Twitter like Charlie Kirk and Andy No and these fucking morons tweeting about, like, specifically, they're like, as a video of, like, a bunch of Antifa guys, like, banging on, like, a bus that, like, the Proud Boy people are, like, these people are leaving in a bus. And they tweet it with a visual, like... Antifa thugs, like smashing, like attacking these guys with a hammer. And there's a video, and like, yeah, one of these Antifa guys like has a hammer, and he like breaks one of the window, or he's like swinging at it. The thing is, in the video, in the exact video, you can see that one of the people on the bus brings the hammer out and starts swinging it at the Antifa people out the bus, and one of the Antifa people grabs it and pulls it away from him. And it makes me so fucking mad.
There's some context that seems relevant.
They're just fucking lying through their teeth, and this is what they do. People like Andy No just go out there and just like find this, like, oh, I gotta find anything that I can frame. Right? I got any fight that breaks out, I gotta only film the part where like Antifa is fighting and not film whatever happened before it. Put that out there so everyone can see that. Yeah, maybe I'll get punched. Maybe I'll get punched again and make another $200,000. Fuck yeah.
I see your point, but defending Antifa is not a good look, and I disassociate with this completely.
All right, cool. Go have fun with being anti-fascist or being anarcho-fascist or whatever. I'm over here with Antifa. Antifa's cool. They've been smeared by the media. Trump's an asshole.
The cool anarcho-fascist.
Trump's an asshole. Calls them a terrorist.
Not the weird racist one. The cool one.
That's sorry. Right. Who's a terrorist? Who's Trump?
Yeah, Trump said Antifa is terrorism.
Oh,
I mean, aren't they?
No.
I mean, I've seen plenty of videos of them like mobbing on old men and beating the shit out of people. I think that's terrorism.
Okay. They've never killed anyone. The far right.
What the fuck?
What?
They're not. What?
They've never killed anyone.
Yeah, but if you're in a gang and you're assaulting people and beating the shit out of them, just because you didn't kill them, that doesn't mean you're not.
Well, hang on
the far right fucking shoots up mosques and drives cars into crowds of people.
What in news? Are you blaming us for news? Like, sorry, I don't know why I said us. I am not on the far right, but like in New Zealand, that was in New Zealand.
Yeah, but
though.
Ben.
Yeah, that's far right extremism. Antifa is far left, and they don't kill.
Surely
people.
They can both be considered terrorism.
Yeah, but there's no equivalency.
Does there need
to be? What about
it's not. Guy? No, counter-protesting is not terrorism.
What about that far-left Elizabeth Warren guy who just shot up in Dayton, Ohio, near where I live?
Was he far left?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
I wonder. I mean, okay. Look, Ben, I'm with you. I agree. There's absolutely lots of people. And I'm not even trying to do a both sides are bad thing. I simply think that every side tries to find the most damaging thing about the other because they, you know, they've got a team, and it seems normal.
Yeah. Okay, well, sure. Yeah, well, the point is that like this video, really, this thing with the hammer really demonstrates that they will smear them. They will they'll just lie. Like they'll just.
Ben, do you really think
but the thing is, that's not a lie.
Never lied or never like put themselves in a better situation than what they actually are? This is just political
I don't
tactics.
know. I guess.
I mean, like, yeah, everyone's lying about everyone else. Everyone's trying to play gotcha and just making shit up. That's the way the world is now. I mean,
like with confirmation bias, it's the same thing of you only analyze any given situation to get enough detail to paint your political or ideological opponent as the bad guy, and then you stop analyzing the situation. And like we all do that.
It reminds me, it's like when the thing first came out about the Trump hat kids who were supposedly like harassing the Indian, And after everyone was against them, and then after a while, everyone was like, "Oh no, here's it from another angle," and they were actually harassing the Indian. So then everyone, kind of switched sides.
You mean the Indian guy was harassing them?
Yeah, that's what I meant. The Indian guy was harassing them, and so everyone. But then even after that, I would see other videos being posted of the kids earlier in the day actually like calling out to people and kind of harassing them. So everyone's bad, everyone's lying. It's all a big fucking shit show. Everyone should die. Basically, that's why we need fucking either anarchy or fascism. Either put them all in jail or destroy all laws so that I can kill them.
One of the reasons, one of the reasons that I personally hate, identifying with any particular group is because I do think like everyone is fucked up in their own way, including me. I'm no fucking saint, and I'm just aware that when I attach my name to any group, I will be associated with the negative things about any particular group. If I said it was far left, they'll say that I'm a communist and I want to kill like 20 million people in Russia or whatever. If I say I'm far right, they'll say I'm a Nazi and I want to kill Jews or whatever.
Here's my problem, right? Here's my problem, right? Antifa is not a centralized organization. They are like a loose coalition of people that show up to counter.
What does that matter?
Let me. What do you mean? What is it? What do you mean? How can you label something like that terrorism? That if you label Antifa terrorism, that means like literally any counter protest movement to any far right event is automatically terrorism.
If
you'd have to examine,
you don't have to be organized to be a terrorist. If like one dude can just like say, wake up, like I'm gonna fucking bomb something, and it's an act of terrorism.
A counter protest is not terrorism, though. It just
a
isn't.
counter protest by default isn't. But
terrorists,
but you can do terrorist acts during a counter protest.
It's just so tiring.
Ben, at the end of the day, Antifa bad, Proud Boys bad, all of this bad.
Oh my God! No, you are totally wrong. Okay, yeah. There's been violence, right? Fights have broken out. People have been punched. Fine. Yeah, that's not great. That doesn't mean Antifa's bad. What they're doing is good because fascism is bad. Okay? That's it.
I don't trust.
And to say like, oh no. Okay, what you're saying, you're literally calling for like, oh, don't protest fascism.
No,
like don't
that's not what I'm
counter.
saying.
Yes, you are.
No,
that's what it is.
No.
That's all Antifa is. It's just counter protest to these kind of events.
That is such a charitable interpretation of what the group is.
Well, what do you think it is?
I think it's a bunch of people who disagree with the right inclinations in the political discourse and go out of their way to make that known and get violent and aggressive.
That's only the worst actors among them.
Angry people who are lost and confused and sad about their lives and want to fuck shit up. That's all any of the groups are. They're all the fucking.
It's literally just people who are angry. It's literally just anyone who hates fascism.
It's anyone who hates anything. Anyone who has hate in their heart joins some fucking goofy group and starts fucking shit up.
Ben, surely you would agree that the definition you're using is the most charitable version of the group. Isn't that fair to say?
I mean, that's what it is, though.
I mean, because you're aware that some people who identify as Antifa have done
violence.
Okay,
like the fact that some
people have
divide here. The fact that mostly because saying Proud Boys bad, Antifa bad is, like Ben said, a false equivalence. Proud Boys are worse.
But why?
But Antifa is not good.
Is that true?
But I don't care who's
because
worse.
Because their ideology is a nightmare. They're not both. They're okay. Yeah, I don't
Proud
like
Boys
when people
haven't
get
killed
punched.
anyone else, other to my knowledge.
The fact that some people have been punched by Antifa does not mean that Antifa is about punching people.
Well, Ben, I'm definitely with you in the sense that I don't trust any group of people that are named like a fucking Mad Max gang. From like the fucking first movie, like right before the apocalypse. Yeah. But it's just so, I guess my point is that it's so tiring when everything that you see and hear, a week later you see and hear that it was actually the opposite and you were lied to. And then a week after that you see and hear, but no, that was the lie and this is the true story. It's just, nothing is real, nothing is true anymore. We've killed truth completely. Everything is a fucking slant and a fucking lie and a meme and a joke. So fuck it. Everything is just fucking propaganda from one team or another.
So there's no way
nothing
of,
matters. There's no way
anymore.
to fucking parse through it anymore. There's no strainer to find the truth. It's just impossible. So
here's what I think. Okay, you got two groups, right? You got one that's out there promoting an ideology that is about like identitarianism, right? Like even if they're not overtly, they support fucking racist policies.
Hang on, Ben. Aren't you
they want the political Overton window to slide even further right towards fascism, right? Even if they're not overtly fascist themselves, even if they say they're against fascism, they're doing that, and then on the other side, you got people that oppose them and
Ben,
don't want that to happen.
And
even if shut up. And even if both sides were equally violent, which they are not, but even if they were, I would still say that the Antifa is better because what they stand for is better.
Okay.
I have nothing further to comment on.
Who gives a fuck? It don't matter. None of this matters.
Boy, oh fucking boy.
Next voicemail, please.
Oh my god, save me from this nightmare.
That was the last real voicemail. This last one's just was just gonna be it's by Teen CP, who made a other voicemail last week, and then we put him in the voice jail, not knowing he was a Teen CP.
Yes, correct.
And then he made a funny little skit like, "Oh, I'm gonna break out of voice jail next time on Teen CP. I'm gonna fucking kill Munchie or something." I feel like the mood for that is not in the air.
Aren't
right
you
now.
on the Teen CP?
Yes, I am.
Munchie, play. What, are you gonna not play it because we had a political discussion? Fucking play that shit, you piece of shit.
I'm playing it right now.
Good.
Data log from the voice jail. Day 6. My name, lol pussies put here eating with spoon, aka Teen CP. I've been man raped. Well, not really raped. I was topping. But other than that, it's been miserable in here. I need out. Luckily, I have an in with one Munchie Tiny Hats. Next Teen CP episode, I bring the topic of in-depth security details of prisons we control. Once I have the info, I strike. I tried to reach out to the Japanese man Yuta to find a Bushido blade sharp enough to slice my way out, but he just grunted and chin-chin. I'm expecting a package from the Lost Tape Archive once he gets out of solitary. Teen CP, signing off.
Godspeed.
Stardate.
Teen CP.
Stardate, August 18th, 2009.
Is it proven that is, in fact, a teen? Because it sounds like a 7-year-old.
He's like 12.
No, yeah, he's really young. He's really, 14, really young.
Oh, boy.
Are we going to jail, guys? Are we going to jail?
Cancel him.
I'm
glad we put a child in jail.
Nenext time, by the time you hear this, you'll have already watched the 3rd episode of the Teen CP, except I'm not on that one, and what he just refers, like, it was recorded, like, just a bit ago, and I'm going to post it. But next time, after that time, then you'll be able to hear the conclusion of this.
Tell that young lad, if he wants to be taken seriously, he needs to pick a side right now, Antifa or Proud Boy.
Yeah, that's what all the adults are doing.
Teen CP, he'll reply.
Pick a side.
Okay, that's it. Wow, we have shirts, I guess.
We have shirts, everybody. It's true. We got Redbubble. We got the links below. You can see them on the fucking app to, what's that, Teespring? Yeah, they do Teespring. Just be cool. What's that other one? Oh, yeah, the Group Piss. I love that Group Piss shirt. What else is going on? Oh, patreon.com/theprocrastinators. $1, Discord. $5, bonus episodes. There will be a one out shortly after you hear this that I won't spoil for you, but it's going to be exciting. Get your hooves up for that one, which has nothing to do with the content of the episode, but do it anyway. Yeah, lots of episodes at TBCrastinators for updates on Twitter. That's all there is to it, people. Give us your money in whatever way you choose to, but as long as you do, you're a good person. Okay, that's Very it. True. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for being here. See you next week. Have a good time. And Heckles for Shekels was a few days ago. You already missed it, but maybe next time. All right, bye.
Yeah.
Bone.
Bone.